Previously on Drenched, we dove a crazy site called Five Graves, where we fought off the Great Turtle Invasion, found some really cool sea slugs and other tiny creatures, and explored beautiful underwater topography, including this bubble cave where you can actually come up into a little air pocket. Then, we picked up our pimped-out ride for the next few days, an old-school Westfalia camper van that we took off onto Maui's world-famous road to Hana. We set up camp for the night and prepared ourselves for an action-packed day full of hiking, cliff jumping, and cave exploration. Nate wants some Spam in his omelets. I've never actually opened a can of Spam before, so let's check this out. This is the jalapeno variety. Oh, it looks like cat food. Meow mix right there. Oh. And then now what do I do? How do I get it out?
Yeah, like cat food.
Like cat food. You sure you want this in your omelet?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that is so foul. Okay.
Okay, maybe like a quarter of that.
We're gonna time you. This is your morning challenge. You gotta eat all this Spam. Woo!
Okay. One more just like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so disgusting. Ew.
That's it.
With omelets in our bellies, we fired up Vanny and began the 20-minute drive to one of the entrances to Haleakela National Park. This chicken won't move. He's just standing there. He's like, oh, hell no. Oh my God.
Go shoo him away.
This chicken's got to go. Chicken won't move for anything. Okay, watch out, little buddy. Shoo shoo. Go on. Ah! Ah, it's like a zombie chicken. Go. Get out of here. Cha-cha-cha. That was a weird looking chicken.
A rough looking chicken.
I know. It looked like a zombie.
I think that chicken was just trying to end it.
Yeah, he was like, I've lived a long life and now my skin's falling off and it's time to go.
He wants to be chicken and beans. Beans and chicken.
Chicken and beans, is that a thing?
Well, that's what I had last night for dinner.
Oh yeah, you did.
He wanted to be my chicken and beans.
Oh, I would never eat that chicken. Nobody should ever
Oh,
eat.
no.
You would turn into a zombie if you ate that chicken.
He looks like he's already half fried.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Poor little guy. He's probably suffering. We shouldn't make fun of him. I'm sorry, chicken. I take back all the mean things I said about you. As we neared the park, we passed over a bridge that towers over one of Hana's most famous landmarks, Ohio, or Seven Sacred Pools. Getting so fresh and so clean.
I'm already living a hippie van. Can't look the part 100%.
Here in the parking lot for the hike to the waterfall, and it turns out that, as we already knew, there's been crazy rains and flooding, but the trail got super damaged. So actually, the trail to the waterfall is closed, which is a bummer, but
Yeah.
we're still gonna go. There's like cool bamboo little forest area up there and just get a little bit of exercise, and we're not gonna let this hold us down. Where are we going? Where are we going?
PPY.
PP5 probably.
PPY. We're gonna see as far as we can go up. The bamboo forest is really cool up there anyway. So.
Brought a little bag in case we find some guavas.
Yeah.
And Nate's doing his dance, which means that he already had his second coffee of the day.
I was about to say the same thing.
And
he's caffeinated.
Yeah, so let's get to it.
Oh my goodness, what do we have over here? an ancient Hawaiian ruin. Kind of.
Here we go.
We took off on the hike, and before long we made it to the lookout to the stunning 200-foot Makahiku Falls, which, if you can believe it, is only half the size of Waimoku Falls, which is the waterfall we wanted to hike another 2 miles to.
This is a banyan tree, and I wish I could name some other facts about it, but I don't actually know specifically about it. But there's lots of them in Hawaii, and as you can see, they're really cool. The branches grow out sideways, and you'll have trunks that come down from the branches.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it works. It's mind-boggling, but it's awesome, and they're probably some of the coolest trees I've ever seen in the entire world. Nate's like a hungry bear. Oh, you got one.
Got a guava.
What? So juicy.
It's a good one.
I can smell it. Stings the nostrils.
What?
Yeah. Nate is determined to get that guava.
Look at that one.
Oh, that's a winner right there. Right here is normally like really calm kind of pools, maybe with a little bit of a stream. And it's actually a really cool bridge to jump off of if you're really brave, like Nate is and I'm not. And normally you can jump off right there, but as you can see, it's a total raging river. So we're not gonna be doing that jump today. Not that I would be doing it anyways, because I got so scared.
Then we made it into the bamboo forest. There's several massive bamboo forests on Maui, but this one is by far my favorite. As you go deeper and deeper into the forest, you can't help but feel like you've been transported to China, and a panda bear is about to pop out from the brush at any moment. Normally you would continue on past this bamboo forest and onto the base of the 400-foot tall Waimoku Falls, but the trail was blocked off just past this point. Even without seeing the last waterfall, it was still a really fun hike, and we were so glad we went anyway.
We're back, and the only casualty of the day is this little bad boy right here. One flip-flop down, but I found an extra one. It's the wrong foot, but I found this one all by itself. It had clearly been abandoned. So I got 2 left feet, or 2 right feet, whichever way that works. But yeah, so we're back at the car. We thought we lost the keys, but we didn't, which is amazing. And now Nate's about to make us a little Sammy. Banana plus guava equals love. And now for my secret dessert. Pickles. Oh.
We'll exist from the months of play that you've spent.
You barely know I exist. What's your name? Pulling teeth just to get a look this way. Find you somewhere between what I want and what I need.
We're on our way now to one of my favorite places in the entire world. It's called Venus Pools, and it's pretty much, I don't even know how to describe it. We'll show you in a second, but it's pretty awesome, and I'm so excited.
This is Venus Pools. It's a gathering place where locals and tourists alike can lounge in the sun, jump off the rocks, and swim in what is normally crystal clear turquoise water. The first time I came here, I remember thinking that I'd discovered the meaning of the word paradise. Again, because of all the storms, the water was a bit on the brown side and there was quite a bit of debris, but it still dazzled me like it always does.
Wanna be all saints, trying hard to be someone else. All we want is please, giving no time to breathe. This is our identity.
Where are we going?
Why Napa Napa?
Why Napa Napa? Why Napa Napa? Why Napa Napa? Why Napa Napa? Why Napa Napa? One more time. Why Napa Napa? That's where we're going.
We made the short hike down to the cave, and, surprise, surprise, it was closed because of the flooding. But we'd had enough barricades for one day, so we decided to press onward.
Alright, this is the Why Napa Napa cave. Cool little swimming area, and by cool I mean freezing.
Freezing, so cold.
But we know a little secret about this place. That's why I got this here headlamp, if you're wondering what that's about.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to some underground tunnels. Here we go. So we are pretty deep in an underwater cave now.
I wish our light was a little bit brighter and we could actually show how cool it is in here.
After we hit our threshold for the freezing cold water in the caves, we walked over to the black sand beach. I love how the east side of Maui's harsh volcanic landscape contrasts so sharply with all the lush tropics around it. What a beautiful and unique place this is. Happy with our adventures for the day, and under the threat of some pretty ominous rain clouds, we made our way back over to the west side of Maui so we could get up bright and early to do a dive that we'd been waiting for all week. Good morning!
Good morning.
It's morning and we're on the beach. Nate bought some pancake mix. It's macadamia nut, and we forgot syrup, but it comes with syrup inside the packaging. How crazy is that?
With a hearty serving of pancakes and coffee down the hatch, we hopped in Vanny and drove over to one of my favorite dive sites of all time. This is Mala Wharf. It was built in 1922 with the intention of using it for steamships to load and unload goods and passengers. But they soon discovered that the conditions here made it next to impossible for large ships to tie up, so it ended up being used for smaller vessels. It has quite a colorful history and played a role in everything from whaling to World War II. Then, in 1992, Hurricane Iniki hit Maui and the waves and the wind tore Mala Wharf apart. And now, over 20 years later, the ruins of this pier have turned into one of the best dive sites in the state of Hawaii. We met up with our friends Christina and Colin, set up our gear, and moseyed on down into the water. Scuba time, yo! within 30 seconds of swimming out, we bumped into our first nudie break of the dive. And then, just as we came upon the pier, I barely had time to get my camera set up to capture this incredible moment of a white-mouthed moray making a meal out of an octopus. We spent the first part of the dive exploring around the pier. This site is like a labyrinth. As you get lost in all the twists and turns and nooks and crannies, a turtle leads you to another corner of the site with more to discover. Or you stop to notice a moray and you find a tiny crab hiding next to it. I don't think I've ever dove a site with more surprises and endless possibilities than this one. As we wandered towards the center of the wreckage, we got mugged by more turtles than we could count. We decided it was time to venture to the outskirts of the site and see what we could find out in the sand. And boy, were we rewarded. This is a short-armed octopus, and up until this point, neither of us had seen one with our own eyes. This feisty little guy was by far the highlight of the dive for me. I'd never seen anything like it. These are the moments I live for, and what keeps calling me back to the ocean for dive after dive. Then it was time to start making our way back to shore. So we did one last pass through the center of the pier and then weaved our way through the pylons, soaking in one last breathtaking look at this unreal dive site.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching our last episode. We really appreciate you coming by and checking us out. And if you've been following along for the last few episodes, then you know that today is a very important day. We are going to be doing a drawing for a 5-day scuba diving package with Kona Honu divers on the Big Island of Hawaii. Now what's included in that package for each diver is 1 manta ray night dive, 1 blackwater night dive, and 3 morning 2-tank dive charter. So that's really exciting, and we've got 10 people entered to win. I'm just gonna read those names off for you guys right now. We have Carl Brook, Rick Moore, Karina, Thomas and Nicole Falkowski, Josh Musselwhite, Christina Rao, Marissa Musselwhite, James Lauder, Kyriakos Constantino, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, and Emily Dingwell. So, good luck to everyone, and I'm just gonna pop these here in my little handy dandy, I don't know what you call this thing. so we're all sealed up and ready to go. Let's give it a little spin. Shoo! Okay, a couple more for good measure. And here we go. All right, and our winner of the package is Marissa Musselwhite. Congratulations. That's really exciting. I'm so excited for you to go. As you've seen on our last episodes that feature those dives, there's some amazing diving on Big Island. So congratulations, and I'll be getting in contact with you and letting you know some details about how you can claim your package. And for those of you who are watching and you have no idea what's going on, the way that you can enter to win these competitions, we will be doing lots of future giveaways, is by checking out our Patreon page. So these 10 people who are entered, we are very, very grateful to them, and they've chosen to support us on Patreon, which basically means they pledge a dollar amount per episode for every episode that we release. And in exchange, you get some pretty cool rewards, such as the chance to win really exciting dive packages, hats, t-shirts, and all kinds of cool giveaways. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, and if you'd like to help us support our travels and our videos and keep the scuba footage coming, then head on over to our Patreon page, which I've listed in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful weekend. And congrats again, Marissa. See you guys next week.